Hey guys, Helen Hartsmith here again from the Heart of the Witch's Path YouTube channel. So, I originally thought that I was going to put all of my ConVocation footage together in one video, but I thought that we didn't film that much while actually at ConVocation, but we filmed a lot more than I thought we did. Even though we missed like an entire day, there's still quite a bit of us talking about experiences. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep that footage separate, and then I'll end up doing a separate video where I talk about my personal experiences. So here is the footage that we filmed while at con. All right, enjoy that. Good morning, everybody. It's Helen
and Michelle. Kathy.
And Kathy. So it's Friday morning. It's Friday morning. We're kind of barely awake. Haven't had coffee yet. But
breakfast.
We've eaten some breakfast, and we're gearing up for day 2. We forgot to record anything yesterday.
We were tired. Joy's class was awesome.
Joy's class was fantastic.
She did a little bit differently than she did it for us, and it was really good.
For sure. So it was all about witchy wardrobes. If you're interested in getting some information, I didn't record it because I thought about it, but then I didn't ask her, and then I didn't take the camera with me. If you're interested in maybe some notes, let me know in the description box, and maybe I can get some notes from her, and do a blog post about, what she did.
You could take pictures of the notes she passed out.
I could. If I'd been prepared, I could have had mine sitting right here, and I could have shown you the awful drawings that I did.
Oh, yeah, I don't
We're not gonna
have the
show
notes,
those.
though.
Yeah.
I have the notes.
I am not artistic. Oh yeah, there is that.
So it's not just the one page.
Yeah, girlfriend.
It's a book.
Girlfriend, she works in an office and does this. She makes magazines for a living, and so of course she's gonna come up with something awesome.
Got a lot of correspondences for elemental and color and material correspondences for clothing, and there's also a bunch of links on the bottom for different websites.
Right, but she might be willing to part with some of her notes from her presentation too. So if you're interested in knowing about a witchy wardrobe,
it was really good class.
Right. So ladies, what are you looking forward to today?
Jason Mankey.
All right.
Do I have anything circled on there?
Jason's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's at 2 o'clock. And there's this one class by Helen Hartsmith I'm thinking about going to.
Yeah, I'm gonna ditch it.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, I was not leading up, but and thank you for the support there.
I love you, but Diana Paxton is doing one at the same time.
Yeah, so she's gonna go and take notes and maybe record the class for me because I can't be there. So
yeah, and then let's see, what was the other one I want? Apparently, I didn't circle anything on today, so I'm just flying by the seat of my pants.
Well, there's an Ellie Shava class at 2 o'clock.
That's the Seeing for the Tribes.
Yeah.
Michelle Belanger.
Right.
Can't go wrong with that.
Can't go wrong with that. And then there's another Diana Paxton ritual this afternoon.
She's doing 2 kids classes. She's doing this one and a drumming. But yeah, it's super good to see her on the schedule.
And I'm really looking forward to going and getting some coffee in the lobby.
And we're going to play Salem 1692 tonight.
Don't get her started. Don't even ask.
So excited. Google
She's so obsessed. Obsessed.
There is a 6-minute tutorial on YouTube that is really awesome. Go buy the game. It is so cool.
She's their PR people. I'm pretty sure we've talked about it, and I think I put a link to purchase it in a previous video, but I can do that again. No problem.
Did we really talk about it, or did you talk about it when I wasn't there?
I'm fairly certain that it was a podcast.
Okay.
It might have been a podcast with Brad.
Oh.
Because I remember looking up the video and the purchasing and all that.
Good. It is a good game.
There is a ritual tonight, so depending on what time you're planning on playing, I would rather go to a ritual.
I want to go.
What time's the ritual end?
It ends at 8:30.
See, we could play after 8:30 because Joshua is tied up until 7:30 or something like that.
And there is a community drumming tonight too.
Which we can
wanna
go
do
to
that
after we
too.
play the game.
And I don't know how late the girls are going to stay. They're probably not going to stay that long.
Right.
But I might try to expose them to a ritual.
Well, we've exposed them to rituals.
So Lee and the roomie are coming today. They're actually on their way. They should be here like within a half an hour. So yeah. So those are some things we're looking at. We'll try to remember to do a recap tonight of what we actually did.
Right.
Okay. Hey. So
It's 11:30 at night.
it's 11:30 on Friday.
We've been up all day.
Yeah, we've had a full day.
And
right?
karaoke.
We just we were just at
She
karaoke.
did karaoke.
I might have sung at karaoke.
She totally sang. And somebody recorded it. We should totally put it up.
You had an opportunity to live it and you did not.
Oh God, I could have.
You have control of
shit.
that. Mm.
Oh my God.
So what did you do today? What was your first class?
Something about magic. No.
Not
Wiccan. Not Wiccan.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, with Jackie Smith and Heather. I never remember her last
Killen.
name. Thank you.
Yes, the owner of the Velvet Flame.
Yeah. Jackie is the owner of Coventry Creations.
That's right.
Yes.
So that was cool. That was an interesting class because they talked about the differences. You know, I found it kind of a refreshing type thing, like a refresher course, because, you know, the differences between like what people think of as a witch and a Wiccan, I'm consider myself both. So it's kind of...
It's interesting to hear
have the
somebody talk
line.
about it that doesn't consider themselves Wiccan.
Right, yeah, and have that line drawn. So
And actually to do the distinctions between the two, which is pretty interesting.
yeah, that was kind of cool.
What'd you do? You did that too.
I did that too.
Right?
It's been a long day. What'd you do after that?
Oh fuck, I don't know. What did I do after that?
Diana Paxson.
Oh, Diana Paxson.
Here, let me prompt
Oh,
you.
that was so good. She did we did a ritual about Lady Liberty and reclaiming the symbols of the United States for justice for all, and it was very, very awesome. And now I need to find myself a little Lady Liberty figurine and some flag material so I can have a little thing where I can see it at my desk, and every time I see it, say "Liberty for all, justice and liberty for all."
I like that. I wish I could have been there.
It was really good. I wish I could have recorded it for you, but my phone did not cooperate.
Yeah, punk.
Bastard.
Well,
What did you do?
I taught.
Oh, right. I skipped her class.
she had what did I say? You had an excused absence.
Excuse, yeah.
Excused absence.
But I heard this really good rumor about Helen's class because they put her in the same room she was in last year, which was not big enough last year. And apparently this year she had too many people in the room for fire codes or whatever. And they made her move.
I had to move to a bigger room.
Bigger room. Which was the room I was in the whole rest of the day. Because Jackie's class was in there, and Michelle Bellinger's class was in there, and the other class I took was in there. And it was like a double room.
Yeah, it was. It was a double. It ended up being huge. And so while I'm thinking about it, I want to thank everybody. Everybody was like so incredibly helpful because, of course, I have an altar. You weren't there. You weren't helpful. Whatever. I had an altar set up for that class. It's part of what the class is about. And I'm like, oh gosh, now I got to move this. And so many people came up. What can I take? What can I do? How can I help? You know, and things like that. So thank you to everyone who helped make that move so incredibly easy. And thanks for coming to the class, and thanks for stopping afterward if you did, and to say hi or make a comment or whatever. I really appreciate that, and I really want to thank. There's a couple of you viewers out there that I have seen today, so I want to say hi and give a shout out to Frank. I'm so glad to see you here today.
I haven't seen you, Frank.
She's sad. She was looking for you because I told her.
She showed me a picture and everything,
right.
and I haven't found you.
And I want to thank Joshua for once again manning the camera. So yes, I recorded the class. I haven't looked at the footage, so hopefully it's viable. And if it's viable, then it will go up on the site. So look for that.
And you'll see the room change.
The room change, yeah, because we started in one and moved to another, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, so that's what I did at 11:30, and then we had lunch, ate a little something, something, and then what did you do at 2 o'clock?
I did the class with Corvus Nocturnum and Ellen Dugan, because Ellen is always very, very interesting to see. She's got a lot to say. She's very good.
What was the class about?
It was talking about, so there's this big resurgence in, oh my God, witches are evil, because of things like the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. And it was talking about how to deal with those things when people ask questions. And then it moved on to how they deal with their public life as a pagan, as an occultist in society, and how they deal with some of the issues that they've had. And
Cool.
It doesn't sound like it's very much fun. No.
Sometimes the best work, the hardest work isn't fun.
Right.
So, I did not go to a 2 o'clock class. The roomie and Lee were here today, so we went shopping because they were here for the day. So then, what did you do at 4?
Michelle Belanger talked about wrathful deities, which was really mostly about angels, which was pretty awesome, and some different theologies, because she has a degree in different theologies. What do they call it? I don't know.
Theology?
Comparative religion or something like that.
Okay.
Anyway, she's one of those people who never speaks from notes. And she just talks, and she knows what she's talking about, and it's pretty awesome. And she wasn't here last year, which was really a bummer, because I love to sit and listen to her. Them. I think it's them. I love to sit and listen to them, and they are awesome, so it was just great to be back in the room with them.
Right. I went to a Diana Paxson class that was, it was actually like a seer and oracular class on, well, it wasn't really a class, that was a ritual.
Did she do the oracularing?
She did the seeing. She was the seer.
11:30.
She was the seer, and so you could ask questions of the seer, or
did you ask
like
questions?
I did.
Did you get good answers?
Mm-hmm.
Not something you wanted to hear?
No, it's fine what I heard. I'm just not going to discuss it right now.
No, I don't want you to discuss it. I just want to know if you got value out of it.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so that was like the last class of the day. So then we gathered back as a very large group.
So one of our ladies has this game called Voting or Votes, or I don't know what the fuck it's called.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's basically, you're supposed to sit in a room and you read off this thing, and you say, you vote for who you think is being.
Who could escape from prison or something like that, and it was kind of fun. It was kind of fun.
Yeah. So there was a lot of things that we didn't really play it with everybody voting. It was more like who could get, break out of prison.
Like just doing
pointed
it?
at people,
Yeah.
or you raised your hand.
Yeah, we didn't keep score.
Yeah.
We just went through the questions
So
because
it's pretty
that's
interesting.
what we do.
Right.
And then we ordered dinner. So we ate dinner.
So when we order Chinese, there's 14 of us. So
was there that many?
well, there's 10 of us, and then you got Cindy, the son, and then the boyfriend, So okay, so
And
it's
the
12.
Roomy and Lee.
Oh yeah, it was 40. It was absolutely
Yeah.
14 people.
Wow, yeah.
So it was 2
Packed into a room.
boxes of Chinese, and we're talking like copy paper boxes.
Yeah,
of
they were pretty
Chinese,
big.
and plus another bag
Yeah.
or 2. And
Yeah, but they were really cool, and they sent us like lots of fortune
Cookies,
cookies and lots
bag.
of soy sauce, and so
crazy.
they were very good to us. So that's kind of cool.
hopefully remember which one
sweet.
it was this time, because we couldn't remember what one we ordered last year.
It was Kung Pao or something like that. Kung Pao. There you
Because it
go.
was the KK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had dinner, and then dinner took longer. So there was a ritual that I really wanted to go to tonight, and we didn't make it. So that's unfortunate. But then we hung out for a bit, and then we went down to karaoke. Hung out for karaoke for a little bit.
I tried to convince the cousin to do karaoke, and she was afraid.
She wasn't having it.
She didn't have enough alcohol.
She was
I
being a
think.
punk.
I know.
But it was fun kind of hanging out and whatever. So now it's 11:30, and we're ready to go night-night. I'm ready to take my makeup off. I'm ready to get in my
I just wanna
jammies.
Read a little bit, and then close
Yeah.
my eyes.
Yeah, I need to take footage off this camera. So, so that's gonna be it for Thursday or for Friday.
Friday,
So,
because we skipped Thursday.
you know, hopefully the next time you'll see us, we'll be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed after a good night's sleep.
Because that ain't happening right now. You're lucky you can see my eyes open.
Right.
Can you? No, you can't.
So,
it's fine.
we'll talk to you later. Bye. Well, here we are at Sunday morning already.
Because we were a little busy yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday was pretty crazy. We intended to film more this weekend.
Right.
You know, the first year or two that we did this, we did it without a problem. I don't know.
We got busy.
We got busy.
And then last night I went to bed before you did. So when you came in, I was already in my jammies.
For sure. Yeah, so here we are Sunday morning. I don't even remember when we last
It was Friday night.
Wow, sorry guys. So let's talk about some of the highlights of the weekend.
Highlights of the weekend. Well, the masquerade ball was awesome.
The masquerade ball was really fun. I will put in some pictures because I can do that now.
It was fun.
I will insert some pictures here. So it's my cue. So yeah, the masquerade ball was super fun. I think everybody in our group dressed up
Yeah.
and came.
Yeah, everybody. Except Joy.
Yeah, well, she had a symphony to go to.
We went to a concert.
So that's okay. That's an
She dressed
excused
up.
absence.
She dressed up in a different way.
Exactly. So, I'm happy to report that my class went pretty well. I think we might have talked about that. I feel like we have talked about
We
that.
did, because your class was Friday, and we talked Friday night.
Friday night, right. So, so Saturday, what were some fun classes for you?
Well, Utu's class, the Bone Cross Gree was interesting, but like Helen's class, we had to move room because it was too many people.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
And you didn't show me your gree.
Because I did not, so what he was doing was having you hot glue it and then wrap it in yarn and then glue a shell to it. But as I was communicating with the bones, they didn't really want hot glue. So I'm going to take it home and wrap it, because I actually had it wrapped with just the yarn and it held up really well. But I felt it would travel better if I didn't have it crossed. So I'm going to do it at home, and there's a little tiny hole in my shell, so I'm going to put the yarn through the hole so that I can not use anything that's that artificial on
Okay,
it.
you want all natural stuff.
Yeah, well,
that makes sense.
I mean, the yarn is questionable. I mean, how...
Right.
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 But I really felt like the bones did not want to have the hot glue, so
Okay.
I chose not to do that.
Awesome. Well, yesterday I attended a couple of things with Jim Two Snakes, and I don't know a whole lot about him other than the fact that he is a podcaster. So I located the podcast. I will try to find a link to the podcast and put it in the description box.
Well, I downloaded one, so I should be able to send you a link.
I found it online on my phone, and I also found it on Podcast Addict.
Yeah, and I found it on Overcast.
Oh, okay. I thought you used another one. So yeah, so there's, but I don't know a lot about.
It's, what is it called?
It's Around Grandfather Fire is what it's called.
Yeah.
But I haven't listened to it, so I don't know if I'm endorsing it yet.
Right.
So I don't want to tell you guys, hey, go do this.
But they recorded an episode while we were sitting in the room.
Right, and so it seems pretty interesting stuff. So let me give it a listen, and I'll let you guys know.
Now, I did leave that one because I had a headache yesterday, so I actually skipped a class. And there was somebody breathing really heavy behind us.
Yeah.
And I couldn't take it. So I went to a different panel on the ethics of cursing with Michelle Belanger, Bill L., who was, I don't know.
Kenya Koviak.
Yeah, and who's the other one?
And Stephen W.
Yeah. So that was pretty interesting, the half that I watched, and it was facilitated by I can't pronounce his name.
Cahulan.
So that was pretty interesting.
Cool. I went to a Diana Paxson class on Odin. It was the class that I was looking forward to most this year. It was pretty interesting. I have her book on Odin, and I know that that's something that I need to. That's going to be next on my reading list.
I don't remember what I did.
I'd kind of been putting it off because of how it's a pretty thick book.
I know what I did. I did Michelle Belanger because they are awesome, and I really appreciate their. They have like this encyclopedic knowledge of everything. So it was a lot of history of cursing in the Egyptians and Romans and and all of that times and how that was facilitated and some interesting.
Did she give any references or anything like that?
There was a couple books. One of them is like $42. Like, it's a book this thin.
Well, that means it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, because if she recommended it, it's not going to be...
Yeah, she did. And there was another series of books that she recommended, too, that it looks like there's more than 6 books, and they're $24 a piece.
Maybe you could get me the those names.
Yeah, because I put them on my wish list on Amazon. So.
Okay.
It was really interesting. One of them was something about curses through history or something like that. It was really, that's the one that was $42 that looked really interesting. And she has a book too, which I meant to go see if I could buy. So I need to go do that before we be the only book I bought this week.
So then this morning there's two class sessions yet. So I'm leaning heavily towards healing runes for healing with Diana Paxson. I'm trying to get as much of her in this weekend as I can.
Oh, Elishiva's got a class this morning. Mm-hmm. I have not had a class from her. She's awesome.
Yeah.
And then Jackie Smith and Heather Killen are doing Finding Your Anchor During Trauma, which also looks super interesting. Now I'm torn.
Yeah.
But if we don't get her crap out to the car, we're not going to make a class.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's 9 o'clock and class starts at 9:30. So we're going to wrap this up for now. And maybe I'll come back and talk about like some individual thoughts once I get home.
I mean, yeah.
Because we really don't have time.
No, we won't have time to film anymore.
So, all right. So we'll check you later, peeps. Wow. Convocation is always like, I've said this before and I'll say it again. It is what I use to recharge myself. And I look forward to the time spent with my coven sisters and meeting up with folks that I've met at Convocation. So I hope that is kind of exciting for you to check out our footage and such. So look for another video where I'm going to talk a little bit more about like my personal experiences with different classes that we didn't talk about in this video, and I'll also share with you the stuff that I purchased there, just to kind of let you know what's there, what was available, and things like that. So that's it for this video. If you liked it or learned something from it, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button and come back and check out more videos. And yeah, that's it. There's lots of links in the description box for various social medias and things of that nature. If you attended Con, I'd love to know about it. I'd like to, it's one thing to see folks posting and stuff like that, but if I can put a name to a face, then that would be cool too. So let me know if you attended Con or if you found out about this channel because of Con. All right, so that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and thanks for walking the path for a little while with me. Until next time, blessed be.